Hello, it is Josh again with Small Church Media, and today I'm going to be bringing you 5 tips to a better sound. But stay tuned to the end of this video because I have some special hot buys for you that you might need and you can't beat the prices. I also have some training links that you're going to want to check out, so stay with me and let's get started. So of course everybody wants to know how to get the best quality sound out of the equipment that they have. And there's so much equipment out there that there's so many different ways to do that. So how can we get better sound quality with the equipment that we have? So now let's get started with the 5 tips on how to get a better sounding system. Tip number 1 is placement. The overall look of your stage. How everything's set up. Is it set up right for the best efficiency and for the best use of that piece of equipment? Is everything cluttered? Do you have room to move around? Maybe it's a small stage and you've only got so many options, and that's fine. But how can you maximize the efficiency of where everything's at? Because one, it needs to sound great and everything needs to be in a place to where it doesn't interfere with something else. And 2, you want it to look great. You want everything to make sense and you want everybody to be comfortable while they're up there. And that kind of brings us into our second tip, and that's balance. One of the best things that you can do to get balance is to make sure that the room is EQ'd to what you are doing. One of the ways that you can do this is with a DBX drive rack. They have come down a lot in price over the years, and you can get some used ones online a lot cheaper than when they first come out brand new. And it has a built-in feature that allows you to set up a mic in the middle of the room and it EQs all the speakers for you. So how do you do that without that there? Step 1 of EQing that room and balancing out that room is go to every source of input that you have coming to your system. Next, you need someone on that instrument or on that piece of equipment to kind of max it out, and then use your gain knobs and kind of push it up to as far as it can go before you start getting feedback. Then that tells you where the threshold is at. Well, once you find that feedback, you know how far that you can go with it, so you definitely need to back off a little bit, maybe about 5 to 10 dBs back from the level that it hit that feedback and noise. And do this with all of the equipment that's going into your sound system. And then you can even take note of where those trim knobs are at so that you know how far that you can go in the future. Another thing that you can do with balance is a good crossover. And what that does is it allows you to separate the sources of your signal going through your highs, your mids, and your lows. And it allows you to tweak it and make more adjustment so that more quality highs can come out of the highs and more quality lows can come out of the lows. As far as visual balance, you want to make sure that everything kind of makes sense. Of course, there is a little bit of a difference between long throw speakers and short throw speakers, so see what you have because that can play a big role in the placement of where those speakers are at. The next tip, number 3, is monitors. I have found out over the years that monitors is very, very important to your overall sound. And that might not make sense, but if the people on stage can hear themselves and they know what they're playing and they know how they sound, whether it be a floor wedge or an IEM in-ear monitor system, then they're going to perform better. They're going to feel better. They're going to be more comfortable because they can hear what they're doing. So I promise you, if they can hear themselves, it will sound better. Tip number 4, check everything. Take your time. Get everything right before it starts. I can't tell you how many times I did not finish up something or I didn't get there early enough, and it doesn't really sound that great because I didn't fine-tune some of the things that I needed to fine-tune. So always prepare to have plenty of time to make sure that everything is right before you press go. Before they start, make sure that everything is how you want it. Tip number 5. Now this one isn't really necessarily a tip at all. It doesn't tell you how to set up equipment better, or it doesn't tell you what to buy. It simply is have fun. If you're not enjoying being a sound engineer or being a sound technician, then it's not going to sound good. And now we have hot buys. I promised you some good deals, and here's the first. Musiciansfriend.com has a 3-pack of microphone boom stands including 3 mic cables, 20 foot long, for $59.99. 60 bucks, you can't beat that. The next one is the Behring Xenyx 24 channel mixer with built-in effects, and that is going to be found at bnhphotovideo.com, link in the description below. 24 channels might seem like a lot because you only need 3, but eventually you're going to need more. So it's a great deal under 350 bucks to get you started with 24 channels and a built-in effects processor. And a link for some training sources is at learnchurchsound.com. Sounds simple enough, but they have some great material. Check it out. Link is in the description below. And I want to end this one with a tip of the day. It's something that I know I should probably do more myself, and I found this article at ifixit.com. I'll have that link in the description below as well, and it's how to clean your microphone heads properly. I know in the last 15 years, some of the mics that I've had, probably 6 or 7 years plus, I maybe have only cleaned them like once, so I need to start doing this as well. Check it out. It shows you the proper way to clean your microphone heads without messing them up. And that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like or comment in this video. Please share it and check out our Facebook group page. It's facebook.com/groups/smallchurchmedia. Check us out. We have some discussions on there with some info that might be useful for you, or maybe you have some answers to some of the discussions that's already there and you can help out as well. We also have some awesome equipment on there for sale. Check it out. As you know, in my last video, I'm a big Personas fan, especially their Studio Live boards, and there's one on our group page right now for sale for a pretty good deal. I would totally buy it if I could, but my wife won't let me. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or comment, or share. Thank you. We'll see you next week.